Team me up, Tiger.
Tee me up, Tiger, which is, do you remember the Frosted Flakes? Tony the Tiger?
You ready for this? So the guy that did the voice for him is a family friend of ours.
No way.
He would walk.
They're great.
Dude, he would walk in like the
Right.
the hallway of like the house back in the 90s or whatever it was. And he would like do that. I'm like, are you
That's so
kidding
awesome.
me? Yeah,
Yeah.
it was bananas.
That's my favorite cereal, but I can't eat it now because but when I was a kid, I ate it. It's just jacked up on sugar. What is it?
Yeah.
Like cornflakes and sugar?
It's cornflakes and sugar.
Yeah.
It's usually Frosted Flakes.
It's fucking,
Tony the Tiger.
it's pure cocaine.
It's so funny you brought that up. I forgot about that part of my childhood.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's what we learned throughout our podcast. Aubrey Marcus was talking about this the other day, and I thought it was really interesting. He goes, if you listen to all my podcasts, he goes, I'll have people walk up to me, and they're like, I feel like I know you because I've listened. He goes, you're my close friend. And they're like, what do you mean? He's like, I have friends that I go have dinner with, never listen to my podcast. So they don't know anything about me. Like, really, besides the conversation we have. He goes, you're listening to 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 conversations, and I'm very vulnerable on the podcast. He shares his whole life. So he goes, if you've listened to 10 years of me,
You know me.
you know me more than even some of my friends or my family does.
If you listen
If
to
you really
and
think
I,
about that.
you know
Oh,
us
yeah.
pretty well. You'll
Yes.
understand our personalities.
Especially on our other podcast.
Yeah.
which
We're nonstop.
Shamelessly plugging.
Yeah.
Okay, so Big 7, TARTLE, NGOs, not-for-profits.
Charitable organization.
We have a YouTube video that explains this that just released. And I want people to understand, because by the time this podcast comes out, this will be in full effect.
Correct.
I want NGOs to understand before they sign up the specifics of what's happening and why they should sign up.
Oh, yeah. Super cool. So, and you'll see it here and you'll be able to read it on our new website that's out there. The main part about this is we wanted to create a full circle effect in the marketplace. So, because many people need resources all over the world that are doing great work for the betterment of humanity and the planet, we wanted to make sure that they could have limelight and donor access. So we figured, okay, if there's all these resources flowing through the TARTLE Marketplace for people for their data, getting paid for it. Well, those people also want to see, not only benefits for themselves, but benefits for their local communities or benefits for their country or even their group of countries. So through this full circle effect, we wanted to make sure that if individuals could get paid for their data, that we want to make sure that we open up the option for them to donate those earnings towards charitable organizations, NGOs, not-for-profits that they care about. So what we did is we enhanced the TARTLE Marketplace with a larger altruistic arm so that we can list people who want to be listed on the TARTLE Marketplace, NGOs, charitable organizations, not-for-profits, to open up donor access to 222 countries. See, right now, the current process that these groups go through, these organizations, is they have to go out and select certain individuals or go back and, ask to, re-dip in the same pot, the same donors every single time, because they lack the marketing prowess or the availability or access to the human community across the globe. So we're like, well, how do we open up this resource pool to everybody?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes.
So now, instead of just going to the same targeted people each time, everybody has the opportunity to participate in your organization. And all you have to do is you go on TARTLE to the Big 7 page, tartle.co, right? And you go to Big 7. You click on the button that you'll see here on the screen that says Ask to be listed. And what it does is it'll pre-populate an email. You put in certain items, and then you send it over our way, and we open up the conversation. We get you on board. Costs you nothing ever to join. It's completely free. We can get you on board in a couple minutes if you're ready to rip and roll. You got to make sure you have a PayPal account to receive the donations from. And then you'll end up seeing your listing right there in the marketplace, and people can start donating towards you immediately.
So, like, if I'm listening to this and I'm on a board for an NGO, and I'm like, well, this kind of sounds like a good idea. This is a way for us to get extra funding.
Yeah.
But why? Like, why is it important for me to sign up on TARTLE?
Well, it's important for you to sign up because that means you are supporting what it means to be a human being. You signing up supports your local communities. You signing up says, we want to work with you. We want to meet these people where they are. We want to understand each other better. We want to be a part of a global community of 222 countries that are actually trying to uplift the human race.
Yeah, but I mean, why should I partner with Tartle towards data?
You know,
why is it so important? I want to be philosophical here. Why, like
we
in a
don't
macro?
even have to. I can use it as an example. I've had these conversations.
Mm-hmm.
All these not-for-profits now are turning towards data.
Mm-hmm.
They need to understand their own impact through data so that they can even apply for more grants, funding from their governments. And if they can open up information directly from the people that they are directly affecting and have those conversations in much more detail and analyze it en masse, it's to their benefit. And they have more firepower to go back and get more resources to work on the things that they're actually championing. That's why you do this. And people ask, well, why would Tartle want to do this? Why would you want to do it for free? They're like, what's your incentive? I said, our incentive is human life. Our incentive is the preservation of the race and this planet. The human race. We don't need to take money.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't need to charge you to put yourself up here to do something good.
But there's lots of companies. I mean, Patagonia is one that we talk about a lot, that are doing things because
it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, exactly.
People ask us why we do it. We do it because it's the right thing to do.
So
and if it's difficult, you do it anyway.
So does Tartle make money once I ask to be listed, or how does that work?
No. Just like if you go to sell your data,
Mm-hmm.
you get 100% of the value. If someone goes to donate their earnings towards a not-for-profit gets 100%. Tartle never takes anything. Why should we? We want to take money from people that need the resources, that legitimately need the resources to do good. How as backwards would that incentive be?
Yeah, and then but I mean, there's more to this than just signing up to hopefully get free money. You know, because I think that's a simplistic version. It's also the ability, like you said, if I'm a research scientist and I'm in the Antarctica and I'm studying, we had talked about this on a podcast where they're hooking, IoT devices on seals.
Yep.
And then looking at climate stability in that area, seeing ice caps melt and all that. Then I can go directly to other scientists, specifically, especially if I had an Excel list or whatever. And let's say I have 5,000 scientists on this Excel list. I could put it
in a data packet.
Yeah, exactly.
And here's the best part. If I'm in a one-off area and I got a sat link, like upload, I can sell my data, even as a charitable organization or a research center, and receive more money so I can continue my efforts over here. Not only can you go in,
right,
and have people, as a company, I can collect more money from donors to help do what I'm doing. But on top of that, if I'm generating my own data, I can then sell that and then increase our revenue stream at the same time. Why wouldn't you want to open up that annuity?
Right.
You absolutely would. And by opening that annuity, you're sharing data and truth to other people that need to hear it.
Yeah, because whether you realize it or not, if you're collecting data, it's valuable to someone.
It's always valuable.
Yeah.
Right? Data is data. The question is, how do we want to perceive it and look at it? Someone will find the value.
So I see this asked to be listed, sign up to start now. Kind of go over that. I know you went over it in the beginning, but I want people to make sure. So it doesn't cost anything.
Nope.
It's they get 100% of the earnings.
Yes.
It's from data. Is there qualifications, or how does that work? Like,
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
there's always a catch.
Tartle will act as the filter.
Yeah.
There are a lot of false not-for-profits out there.
Yeah, we don't want to support fascism.
No, there's a lot of scamming things out there. We want to make sure that it aligns with philosophical fundamentals of our mission, vision, principles that Tartle has.
Like our Big Seven.
If it needs to align with the Big Seven. It cannot hinder people's free will. It cannot hurt people in any way, right? And there are a huge plethora, probably 99%, but there are like a 1% of not-for-profits where people are just abusing it for its own nature.
Oh, there's like racist not-for-profits. There's all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
We have to double check that these things truly align with Big Seven and they are for the greater benefit of humanity as a whole, creating no harm, and really respecting people.
You can have a not-for-profit that's up for sterilizing all of Africa.
Yeah, we're not going to do that, and that's true.
But I mean, you get
there's another one, the Georgia Standing Stones. I'm probably sure that has a not-for-profit.
Yeah, exactly.
So there has to be some checks and balances that go through this, right? And we don't want criminal organizations, stuff like that. We go through that entire process to make sure you're not a criminal organization. But it's all easy. That stuff we do on our end.
Yeah.
But
so
nothing will hinder anybody from asking to be listed.
does it take, like some of these times whenever you list, I'm putting myself in the mind of an NGO. Sometimes you have to go through all this paperwork and it's like 20 different things. So you're saying it's just an email?
It's an email. Yeah. We're going to ask you a couple of items, right? Descriptors, logos, stuff like that. What is it you're going to need? We're going to review it. We're going to do our own due diligence on you. And if it works, if it aligns with our mission, value, vision, and principles, right?
Bam.
We're going to say red flags. You're up. It's
It
that
goes
easy.
on the marketplace. And then from there, people will see a list of that they can donate to.
Right. And you'll fall under any of these tags, one or multiple
I see
of
what
the
you're
big
saying.
7.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So if someone's like, I really care about climate stability and human rights. Is there someone that focuses on both of those? Oh, perfect. These are people I actually want to donate towards. And that's
that
what they
makes
can
sense.
do.
Yeah. So you've already started to talk to some pretty big organizations.
Yes.
But what if I'm a really small organization?
Why would we, exclude you from it because of your size? Everybody at some point was small.
Mm-hmm.
And then you grow. You naturally evolve. Some have evolved at different rates over time because maybe they started quicker or something else happened, stroke of luck, different opportunity. But we are not going to exclude you because you are small.
So I only have 10 employees in mine.
I don't care.
5 employees.
The employees don't matter. It's the purpose of what you're doing that matters and how you do it.
I love that. So once again, how do they, where would I go? How do I sign
Tartle.co.
up?
And then up at the header bar, you're going to see the thing for Big 7, and you're going to click on that.